The Survival on Purpose coverage of the 2017 SHOT Show is sponsored by Thrunite flashlights and Hawg holsters. Okay, welcome back to Survival on Purpose coverage of the 2017 SHOT Show. I'm here with the one and only Dave Canterbury, and many of you have heard me say before that literally this man is the reason I have a YouTube channel. Dave's my inspiration. Dave, thank you so much for all you've done for the outdoor community.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you.
So, you've got something new here I thought we might want to take a look at today. You've got a Survive and Thrive kit, and I really like that because your focus has always been not just on survival and toughing it out, but on what is it you call it? Smoothing it. There you go. Just on smoothing it.
Right.
So, what you got going here on here, Dave?
Well, what we've done here is, I work with UCO as an ambassador in the U.S. I work with More Knives as their U.S. ambassador, and I've been working with Industrial Revolutions a lot on product development, helping them out with stuff, and also just helping promote their product as well. So we wanted to put together some type of a kit that was a co-branded kit between UCO, More Knives, and the Pathfinder School or Self-Reliance Outfitters. So we wanted to come up with something that would be like an introductory bushcraft kit. It's not really a survival kit, it's not a 5 C's kit. It's just here's a gift pack for you that will give you some of the things you need to smooth it in camp a little more and not rough it so much. And then, a lot of times you take a knife, for instance, and somebody might not be as apt to give their son just a knife. But if they have a kit of items that their son can take into scouts or something like that, then they're more apt to give that as a gift. So we wanted to put a gift box like that together, especially with boxes being so popular nowadays. So we put 1,200 of these is all we're going to make, and then we're going to make another box. And this box starts with Bushcraft 101. You've reviewed that, I believe, on your channel, if I remember right. So that book is in the box. Of course, it's fire tender in the end if you need it, I guess, right? We've got a stainless steel bottle and cup that can also be used as a standalone pot over the fire. So you've got both of those in this small package. You've got a couple fire starting implements here from the new Sweet Fire, which is a brand new fire starting product by UCO. And this thing burns 5 to 7 minutes, strikes on a match striker.
Really?
You can also grind it up with a knife and light it with a ferro rod.
So I've never seen that before. That's pretty cool.
You haven't seen this before?
No.
This thing is awesome. These things are in triangles, so you just break a triangle off of there, just like that, and it's just like a match.
That is one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
But that thing will burn for 5 to 7 minutes now.
Right.
So if you've got a stubborn tinder bundle, difficult fire lay, this thing will help you keep that thing going, and it'll go right out.
Very
You can grind it up, like I said, hit it with a ferro rod, it'll go right up.
You can reuse it if you can, if you need to.
And you can reuse it, right? You don't have to use it all. It's like a candle at that point, you know what I mean? Waterproof, stormproof matches are in the kit because I believe in these things. We didn't really want to put a ferro rod in or anything like that because it's really not a survival kit. It's a bushcrafting kit, and matches and things like that are very traditional around the camp. But these matches, as you know, burn underwater. They're very weatherproof. You can light one of these, stick it underwater, pull it out, bury it in the dirt, pull it out, and it's still lit. It's still lit. So these are a good add. Then we put a candle lantern in here just for the traditionalism of camp, the ambiance of a candle lantern. And this candle lantern burns 8 hours with this candle. The candle's replaceable. It's very compact in nature in your pack. It's very robust. I've had one of these in my kit for probably 5, 6, 7 years now, and I use it on my Ridgeline all the time. Mine's made out of brass. This candle burns 8 hours. You can use beeswax or citron, all the candles in there as well. And then we wanted to come up with a knife that we thought would be a good price point fit for the kit, and something that would give you a good all-around camp knife. Not a one-tool option knife, not a survival knife, but a camp knife. So we picked the cans ball for that because the blade on the cans ball was developed as well as from the 2000 for skinning and processing game. But it still has that heavy 90-degree spine on it for processing material or striking a ferro rod. It's a good, robust tool. The tang actually comes almost back to the lanyard hole in this thing. So you got a heavy, robust tool there. And it's got a good price point to fit into this package. And then, of course, you get the box, and you really have $130 worth of retail merchandise in here that MSRP's at 99 bucks. So it's a pretty good all-around starter kit.
And it's all, this is in my pack every time I go camping, as is the UCO candle lantern. And is some kind of Mora knife is always on the back of it.
Yeah, I mean, a Mora knife is a fantastic knife, and even if it's not your main, because you're not carrying a Garberg or something, if you're carrying something else full tang, a Mora is always a great knife to have for fine carving and processing wood.
Absolutely. Well, this is really cool. You only made 1,200 of them, huh?
1,200.
So you better get them quick. So are they for sale now?
They're not for sale now. As a matter of fact, I think Smoky Mountain Knife Works ordered the first 100.
Okay.
So those will be processed first and go to them. And then they'll go to other retail locations like Self Reliance Outfitters and some other places, as well as be for sale by Industrial Revolutions.
Very cool. Very cool. So I'm looking forward to that. And you see you got a new box coming out after this.
Yeah, this will be there'll be 1,200 of these, and then we'll go another box will be an advanced bushcraft book in that box. Then we'll do one for the cooking book that I just came out with, and eventually one for the book that hasn't released yet, that's coming out in May, which is Bushcraft First Aid and Medicinal Plants.
Oh, that's really cool. Really cool. So speaking of that, so I know you're pretty up on the medicinal plants and stuff. What would you recommend if somebody really wants to learn about that?
I think that when it comes to, medicinal plants is a difficult subject to breach in a lot of ways, because obviously there's plants that are poison that can make you sick. But what I tell people is, for the most part, if you want to start to learn about medicinals, start with trees. Start with the trees, because they're a 4-season resource. They're easier to identify. They're available all the time. And you can get lots of books that show the bark, the berries, the leaves. Right. So it's a easily identified thing. All right. Once you learn 4 or 5 trees that are very common in your area, then understand what actions those trees have on your body. If it's an astringent, that means it's going to be good for a lot of things. It's going to close up capillary bleeding. So it's going to be something that will stop a styptic, if you want to call it that. Astringents inside your body are going to close things up and constrict things, so it's going to be good for diarrhea. It's going to be good for nasal congestion. If you understand what actions those plants have on your body, then you can relate the common illness to what you need to take care of. And I think that's the key to medicinal plants.
Yeah, and that's something that I remember from, I don't know, one of your early videos, man. I'm telling you, I watched every single video on your channel.
I appreciate
it was
that.
amazing, because I just thought, there's all this free information out here this guy's putting out. I mean, I've never been trapping, but I know more about trapping than most people just from watching your videos.
Well,
so
I appreciate
it's pretty cool.
That, thank you.
But one thing I picked up was that there's so many different geographical areas. Instead of trying to learn specific plants or animals, like you said, just learn the characteristics.
Right, that's exactly right.
Really cool. Well, one day I'm going to get up there to the Pathfinder School. I promise you, brother. I really have. But until that time, I want to, again, I don't want to sound like a fanboy, but thank you so very much for all your help, man. Really and truly.
And what I would say to your fans is, Survival on Purpose, watch this channel. There's awesome information on there. I've watched it myself.
And so anyway, I know you're a busy guy, man. You're flying all over the world, doing all this different stuff. Thank you so much for taking time.
No problem, brother.
Thank you for watching Survival on Purpose.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. I would like to take just a minute to thank Thrunite Flashlights and Hawg Holsters for sponsoring this coverage of the 2017 SHOT Show. I got to tell you, I bought my first Thrunite flashlight about 3 years ago. It was the TN12 version, I remember. I was really impressed with the quality of that flashlight, and I've since developed a relationship with Thrunite and reviewed a lot of their gear. I just really think they do a great job of providing exceptional value in really cutting-edge flashlight technology. My current everyday carry flashlight I've been carrying for, I don't know, at least a year is the TC12, which is kind of like the rechargeable version of the TN12. I highly recommend this. They've actually got a new version coming out I'll be doing a review on soon, but this is an excellent, excellent flashlight. I think if you're looking for a really high-quality, high-value flashlight, you can't go wrong with a Thrunite. They just really have impressed me with the level of value that they provide in a really nice flashlight. They're also kind enough, by the way, as you can see, to hook me up with this really cool shirt. I'd also like to thank John over at Hawg Holsters. John makes these really nice puller in the waistband Kydex holsters. This is the carbon fiber bling model, which feature the ulti-clip retention system, which I really like. As I said before, this is absolutely my go-to holster, the best holster I've ever used, so I highly encourage you to go check them out too. But anyway, once again, I will put links to Thrunite flashlights and Hawg holsters below. I think they are both excellent examples of the kind of companies that I can feel 100% confident in recommending to you, because not only do I use them every day in my own life, but I just think they are very, very good stuff. So once again, thanks to both Thrunite flashlights and Hawg holsters for sponsoring this coverage of the 2017 SHOT Show. And as always, thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for clicking that thumbs up, for sharing this video with all your friends. Thank you so very much for doing all your Amazon shopping through the Survival on Purpose links. I really appreciate the support. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident. So be prepared. I'll see you next time.